I'm great to have you because I know gumbo, and the only best place to get gumbo is also Louisiana. But let's talk about National Gumbo Day. What is National Gumbo Day?
Well, National Gumbo Day is October 12th. It's when Louisiana comes together to celebrate our state dish. You know, gumbo isn't just food, it's a story in a bowl. From New Orleans seafood gumbo to Cajun and chicken sausage gumbo all throughout Acadiana. It should also be said that gumbo isn't just beloved here, it's also controversial. Everybody's got their own sacred recipe. Every family swears theirs is the right way, and they all add their little bit of paya and pop you right in the mouth.
Oh my goodness, I am loving this because I've been to Louisiana. I know how this gumbo is. It's a fight in people's houses. So why is it important to celebrate National Gumbo Day?
Well, look, National Gumbo Day is the perfect reason to get your pot heated up. And, you know, then we get on the phone and we bring some folks together. You know, in Louisiana, gumbo means family and community. You know, it often starts with a dark brown roux, the holy trinity of cooking, which is the onion, celery, bell pepper. You know, and then it's followed by sausage, chicken, or even seafood. Each add their own little flavor to the bowl. National Gumbo Day reminds us that cooking together is what keeps Louisiana culture alive. It's a chance for us to celebrate not just a dish, but the rich cultural traditions behind it.
I like it. Listen, Chef, people got to realize it's not just a food in a pot. There's history behind gumbo. So tell them the history behind of this amazing dish.
Well, you know, gumbo's original melting pot. It was born in Louisiana. It blends West African okra, French roux, Spanish spices, and even Native American filet powder. You know, Creole gumbos are layered with herbs, okra, and sometimes tomatoes if that's your thing. You know, Cajun gumbo's got that dark, smoky roux. You know, at the end of the day, a true Louisiana seafood gumbo, now that's one that brings the Gulf straight to your bowl.
Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, Chef, woo, I'm just looking at the dishes going by. You know how important it is to have this dish. But why is this important to you? Because I just hear it in your voice. You love doing it. You love talking about this.
Oh, yeah, man, this is personal for me, you know. I was born in Thibodaux, Louisiana. I was raised in Houma, Louisiana. Gumbo's always been a staple at the family table. You know, now as a husband, a father, you know, cooking alongside my wife and daughters, sharing stories over a bowl. You know, that's traditional Louisiana family time at its best. When I cook gumbo for others, you know, I'm not just filling bellies. I'm serving up a bowl of tradition. Gumbo is a part of who we are here in Louisiana. And Cajun cooking runs in my blood. It's my heritage. It speaks to my soul. There's something truly special about that, man. And, you know, being able to share that with people, I just love it.
I'll tell you, and listen, once you have a bowl of gumbo, especially a Louisiana gumbo, you start to talk like this a little bit. You start getting into the food, and that's what's so great. So what other special things do you have about gumbo?
Hey, listen, gumbo's got more styles than Zydeco's got songs. You know, there's gumbo's the herbs made with smothered greens and often enjoyed during Lent. You know, there's the seafood gumbo loaded with crab, shrimp, and even sometimes oyster. And, of course, there's Cajun chicken and sausage gumbo, which is a staple in my house. But all throughout Louisiana, there's festivals and music and cook-offs, you know, all to celebrate gumbo. But if you really want to understand Louisiana, you grab a bowl and then you do as they say. Laissez les bon temps rouler, which means let the good times roll.
Oh, my goodness. And, Chef, it's all about, of course, what you put in there and seasoning and everything. And that's why you know, like, seasoning firsthand. Look, I'm starting to talk like I've just had a bowl of gumbo. But you know seasoning very well, and that's what is important is making sure it's seasoned right.
Yeah, you know, in Louisiana, we don't have just 4 seasons, you know. You know, it might rain today and snow tomorrow, but, you know, we're going to still have that little bit of paya.
I love some paya. Oh, my goodness. Chef, this is so good. So if you want to make the best Louisiana, of course, gumbo, where can we find more information and what we need to put in it?
Well, look, a good start would be to head over to explorelouisiana.com. That's where you can find recipes, trip ideas, and, you know, all the ways to experience our culture. But if you truly want to experience it, you need to get your butt here.
Listen, Chef, once you go to Louisiana and have some gumbo, you have no idea what you've done to your life. I appreciate you being on with us, and I'll tell you, it's all about, of course, putting in the love, the whole thing that Louisiana does, and I appreciate you being with us, man.
Hey, thank you. Paya!
Paya! That's what I'm talking about, paya!
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored on behalf of